everyone, it is Hailey, aka Hailey's Hobbies, and welcome back to my channel where I talk about my hobbies. And as you can see by the title of today's video, we're going to be doing a very fun video, and that is my bookshelf tour. Yay! I'm so excited. I haven't had my books, like all of my books in one place, like in a long time, since like high school. If you're new here, I just finished my bachelor's, so of course I've been like at college and stuff, and I didn't have all my books. And so when I moved back home now I have all my books and I can put them all in one place, and now I have bookshelves, and I'm so happy. And it's like the perfect place for all of my knickknacks, so I'm very happy. And so I feel like I'm like so far away. Okay. And so I just really wanted to like show y'all my bookshelves and how I've decorated them, and I thought it'd be fun to like pick out like a favorite on the shelf, and then maybe like a book that I'm excited about reading. I have read, for the most part, all of my books. I did a physical TBR video a while ago. I never uploaded it. But I think I've read almost like 80% of my books, which I feel like is pretty good. I will be linking these bookshelves in my description box. It's not like affiliated or anything, so you don't have to like worry about that. But I got them from Amazon. I can't remember the name. I'll also put them on the screen. And I got them on sale because like this big one is like $140, and I have just been waiting for the price to drop, and I got it for like $90, so $50 off I feel like is really good. And then I also actually have a little one right here that you can't really see, but it's about half the size, and this was the bookshelf that I had originally when I just moved back home. And I was using like an IKEA cart for all of my other books, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna bite the bullet and get a bookshelf. I ended up getting some money for my birthday. I am now 23, which is really weird to think about, but I got some birthday money, and so this bookshelf has been kindly paid for by my brother. Yeah, and it's perfect. I just love that like I can put all of my knickknacks on here because I'm a maximalist, if you cannot tell. I love things and stuff, and I need all the things. So yeah, so grab yourself some tea because I feel like this is going to be a long video, or some coffee, or just water, or whatever drink. We're going to go through my bookshelves, and I'm going to show some favorites and some ones that I'm excited for, I think. Yeah, kind of like a mini physical TBR, I guess. I don't know. Yay! Okay, so this is like a little mini overview. I've had to like zoom out so it looks a little distorted. Please ignore my socks. But these are my bookshelves. And I really love them. As you can see, this one's a little taller. I thought it was the exact same height, but honestly, it doesn't really bother me. As you can see, I've displayed a few books, and yeah, so let's just get into it. So, apologies if this video is shaky. I'm holding it with my hands. So up top, of course, we have Twilight. So I used to just have Twilight like over here where my makeup is. Oh, that is such bad quality. Excuse me. As you can see, I've decorated with like a lot of plants. Most of them are fake. These two are real though. And the aloe is not doing too hot. I think I need to water it. To be honest, I have forgotten about them up there. Anyway, so on the next shelf, I have all of my Percy Jackson, Rick Riordan kind of related stuff. I actually only have Heroes of Olympus in like the full set, and these are all first editions actually. Every year on the year that they came out, my mom would go and buy one and then give it to me, picking me up from school, and then I'd read it that same day in a few hours, and then I'd have to wait for the next year. Good memories. But I'm so sad. I decluttered Red Pyramid, which is like, those were first editions, and then I decluttered something else. Can't remember. I know there's like another series, but I can't. Was it just Percy Jackson at the time? I don't even know. But I have all the Percy Jacksons on my Kindle actually, but I do have this one that I took from like a teacher when I was younger. I think I just like left it in my backpack and then forgot to give it back, so I still have it. And I would really like to get like everything in hardback, but that's going to be expensive. So right now we just have these in hardback. I also have the Hidden Oracle, which I just read this year, and I actually really liked it. I had the hardest time getting into this, and then I just decided to power through, and I actually liked it. So I'd like to pick up the others eventually. And then I also have Percy Jackson's Greek Gods, the massive book, and it's just right there. So the next shelf down is Brandon Sanderson. He gets his own shelf, and it's mainly just Stormlight Archives. But I have another plant. I have this really cool mushroom that like reflects light, so it looks really cool like around like 3 p.m. when the sun gets into my room. I have this candle, and then I have all of the Stormlight Archives so far. I just get like the Maas paperback editions. Anyway, so I've read the first 3, obviously, and I still need to read Rhythm of War. But then I've also read Edge Dancer and Dawn Shard. Dawn Shard was so good. And then I also have Mistborn here, which I have not read yet. But I'm kind of wondering if I started with the wrong series with Brandon Sanderson, because I've only read Wave Kings, or Stormlight Archives, and I feel like that is just like, I don't know how like his other books are going to compare. I feel like they won't, you know? And so on this shelf, this is my contemporary romances. I don't really have a lot of these because I'm not the biggest contemporary romance fan. I don't know, I find them really predictable and just very similar, but I do enjoy a few of them. I really, really loved Love Theoretically. I just finished this one like no, I didn't. I finished it in August. I haven't read in a hot second, if I'm being completely honest. I also loved One Last Stop. I actually did not like Honey Girl. I was very disappointed in this. I just felt like it wasn't fleshed out enough for like the message that it was trying to convey. Yeah, so those are all those books, and they're very bright. If you can't tell, like, I feel like my bookshelf has a lot of color, but like the books themselves aren't too bright, and then it's just like bam. So yeah, so I put like a sunflower here, and I have, this is a speaker that my friend gave me. And so surprisingly, I have room to grow. Down here I just keep knitting stuff. As you can see, I have some yarn. I have a lot of yarn. This is also yarn for knitting. And then I have like this box with like knitting related stuff, also page flags. So that was the little shelf. I also have these like lights that I've strung up here, which are super cute. They're not very bright though, and I don't know if it's just like the batteries or like, I don't know. Well, I guess they kind of look kind of bright, but yeah, super cute. I like turning them on at night when I'm studying and stuff. So then let's move on to the giant bookshelf, which has like most of my knickknacks and more of my books. So of course up top I have my plants, and right now it's fall, so I have Hello Fall and this pumpkin mug, which actually has a jack-o'-lantern on the other side, but I've just turned it around because it's now November. I have this old candle that I really love, and I just decided to stick it up there as decor. And then I have Harry Potter's. My mom is buying me all of the Harry Potter's just kind of like for my birthday or Christmas, which is great because I don't want to give J.K. Rowling my money. So my mom's been buying me them. And then I also have a little Harry Potter there. And then this, as you can tell, is my Sarah J. Maas shelf. Yeah, she has her own shelf, and she's still writing more books. Yeah, over here, first of all, I have all my bookmarks. I love collecting bookmarks, and I love like picking a new bookmark based on the feel of a book. And so like this is my newest one with like this owl. I just really liked it. And I have this little bee on there. I have this candle that is currently like taped up. I need to get like a little dish or something to stick it in so I can light it. And then I have this like Love You to the Moon and Back little thing that my mom got me. And then of course we have all Throne of Glass, which I definitely want to reread. My plan is to like reread every single book like in, you know, her 3 universes once everything is out, but obviously she takes time to write these things, so it's gonna take time. But I'm not gonna reread Throne of Glass until I think it's all done, maybe? I don't know, it kind of depends, but yeah, I've only read actually Throne of Glass once in its entirety. And then I have ACOTAR, and I do have the original covers except for the first book, which really grinds my gears. I checked out the first book from the library because I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it, and then I ended up really liking it, and so then at the time I only had money for the other 3, so I got the other 3, and then she changed the covers, and so now I can't get the first cover, although I am debating on just finding it on a different website. But for the meantime, I ended up buying a collector's edition of ACOTAR. Yeah, I don't know, maybe one day I'll get like the original cover, but kind of my plan actually is to get the new covers and then just retire these like old covers for display, because they're kind of getting kind of like in bad condition, I guess. Like that's torn. I've let like people borrow these and stuff, and obviously like they're not destroyed, but like little things like this just kind of really bother me. So yeah, so I think I might just retire those and have those just like on display. Yeah, but I have a very big connection to ACOTAR because that's like the books that me and my roommates really bonded over when we first met, and so I feel very like attached to them. I also have Silver Flames, which, funny story, I was supposed to, oops, sorry Taylor, I was supposed to have like the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition, I think with Az's POV at the end, but the book came absolutely destroyed. I think something got into it. I don't know what happened. I couldn't go back to Barnes & Noble at the time because I ordered the book to this house instead of my dorm, so I didn't have the book. And anyway, so I get back home and I go to try and return the book and also like get like the book, right, to replace it or whatever, and they were out of all the exclusive editions, and they told me it was a misprint, but I knew it was the exclusive editions. So now I just have like the regular version, and it kind of annoys me that it's in hardback because obviously these are all in paperback, so that's why I'm thinking of just getting like the just like the new covers and just reading those, you know. I think I'll sell this one and maybe put it towards getting the OG cover. So yeah, as you can see, I have more decor. I have a lighter here because I have candles, and this is just easy access, but I have all these Polaroids of Taylor Swift. These are the different eras. My mom found them on Etsy, so it's all of the ones from the tour except for debut, obviously, but yeah, she got them for me for my birthday. I have this fluffy pumpkin I found in the Target dollar section for $1. I have whatever this plant is, probably from the Target dollar section as well. And then I have the, I have the nice editions from Barnes & Noble. These are the newer editions that they just came out with, of Crescent City. And they're the ones without, like, the title on the cover. And they look really cool. Let me show you. The backs are really cool, and then, like, the inside has, like, the dust jacket as well. I actually haven't read Crescent City yet. I was waiting. I wanted for all of the books to come out first before I read them. However, I've spoiled myself for the end of Sky and Breath, so I'm thinking I should just bite the bullet and read it and wait. The thing is that I like paperback books, and so like everything comes out in hardback first, and then I have to wait forever. Like, paperback just came out in the US, I think, in September. And I think this book has been out for like a year. I don't even know. But yeah, so that's that. But I think I might just bite the bullet and read it. So yeah, I also just realized I haven't been doing like books I'm excited to read about. All of the ones I've shown you I have read so far, minus Mistborn, which I guess I'm excited about. I don't know. I'm not really in the mood to read it, but I have it, so eventually I'll read it. And then I think a favorite on the shelf would be Love Theoretically, A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon, One Last Stop, Loveless. I really love those 4. So now we're going to be getting into like kind of some books that I haven't read. So we'll be able to talk about that. But yes, so I actually have read almost all of these books. I haven't read 2 of them. I haven't read Outlander and I haven't read Blood of Elves. I'm trying not to burn myself with my candle. I got this from Target. But yes, these are all my other fantasy novels, so obviously these are all sets of fantasies, paranormal, I guess. And then these are also fantasy like series, but not like enough to take up a whole shelf. So over here I have this like plant inside this beer koozie from the Ren Fair, because this koozie was like $5 and I didn't realize it when I bought it. So yeah, I was like buying beer and they were like, do you want a koozie? And I was like, sure. I thought it was free. It was not free. Anyway, so I have Legends and Lattes over here, Foundry Side, which I feel like no one talks about. It's really good. It's like a sci-fi kind of fantasy book. It's really good. We have City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, which I recently reread, and it's actually really nice. I don't think I want to continue the series though, just because I'm lazy. I have my D&D dice, and then we have a pin of Taylor Swift that my roommate got for me. I have this really cool 3D printed dragon that I got for $13. And yeah, she's in front of my other dragon books, but yeah, I thought this was really pretty, so I bought it to decorate. I'm so happy. Her name is Clover, or Lily, I can't decide. It kind of looks like a clover, but it also looks like lily pads, so yeah. Anyway, I have the Bloodsworn trilogy, although the third book isn't out yet, but I love these books, so I really wanted to display them. I also have Crescent City back there, just the regular cover, so I think I'll also sell that too now that I have like the other version, and then maybe that can afford me the original cover of ACOTAR. Like I said, I haven't read Outlander. I did buy it to try it, but I don't know about like the trigger warnings and stuff, but we'll see. We have Crier's War and Ironheart up here. We have this book called Origin, which is really old, but I really like it. So This Is Ever After. My roommate gave me Gideon the Ninth, which I've only read Gideon, and I'm waiting for all the other books to come out. It's because that Gideon broke my heart. Yeah, so I'm just waiting for all of them to come out so I don't have to be left like with heartbreak, you know? Then I have the Prison Healer series. I feel like this is not talked about. If you like Sarah J. Maas, you'll like this. And then we have Blood of Elves from by Andrzej Sapkowski. I haven't read this yet, so I'm excited to read it because I loved the show. And then obviously it's not as good anymore, but yeah, so I'm excited to like read the book to see if it's, you know, better. Priory of the Orange Tree, love this book. I need the sequel to come out in paperback, or the prequel, and then I want to reread it. And then we have A Darker Shade of Magic, which I actually really like for some reason. I just have like bonded with this series, and so I really enjoy reading it. And then we have this little mug that is glow in the dark, and it's a little wizard, and I thought it was really cute. And of course, my candle, like I mentioned. So I think now I can sit down. Yay. Okay, so this is my classics shelf. I really like classics, and yeah, I've been reading them a lot more since like a year ago. I don't know. What I realized really helps me with classics is if I read like an audiobook with them. And the classic that did that for me was Emma, so I actually have a couple copies of Emma. Yeah, so I have the nice like penguin. That's not penguin. Is that penguin? I don't even know. Yeah, Penguin Classic, the cloth bounds. I have that one. And then I also have this one by Signet Classics. I really liked their copy of Persuasion, and so I really wanted to get one for Emma. And then I have the original copy of Emma that I read, which is the Arcturus edition, which I really hate these editions. Like the covers, I like that the writing's really big, but I hate these covers. But this was like the nicest one, and I used to have a bunch of them, and I got rid of them, and I kept this one because it was the nicest cover, and then lo and behold, it like led me into this. But yeah, so I try not to get like too many editions of stuff because that's not really where I want to like put my money, you know. And it's fine if like you want to do that, obviously, but I try not to get like copies of books. However, I really like Emma. So I think the last copy that I want to get is there's like a really nice one. I will put it on the screen to show y'all what I'm talking about, but that's like the last copy that I want to get, and then I will be happy with all of my Emmas. But over here I have Little Women, which I actually haven't read yet, but I really like this edition, and coincidentally I also have Little Women back here. I like both of these editions. I don't know why I got another one, but I have two of them, so yeah, maybe hopefully I like it because then I can like display it. I don't know. But yeah, I really liked this edition. This is also Signet Classics. So obviously over here I have another fake plant, and this cool book candle called Plot Twist. I like to annotate my classics, and I recently got page flags, and I annotated Sense and Sensibility for the first time, or not for the first time, but like I annotated with page flags for the first time, so I keep those there. I have all of the Jane Austens. I just have Mansfield Park to read. And then this is kind of where we get into books I haven't read yet. So I haven't read Villette. I haven't read The Woman in White, Great Expectations, Brothers Karamazov, Count of Monte Cristo, Madame Bovary, The Odyssey, and Anna Karenina. So obviously I have enough classics for a while to like read for a while. Yeah, I think of the ones that I mentioned, I'm most excited to read, oh gosh, I don't know, maybe The Woman in White, just because I tried to read it and then I just stopped. I got like 40 pages in because I was gonna read it for Halloween, and I just stopped, but I think maybe I'll pick it back up soon. Again, more little decor. My chicken, her name is Darla, and we have this little crochet bee that my sister got me. And then I have this like art print. If storms should come, then we shall just dance in the rain. I really want to hang it up, but for now it's right here. I'm now sitting on the floor. So this is my nonfiction shelf. I'm really into science. I got my degree in microbiology. I'm getting another one in microbiology. So a lot of my books are like infectious diseases, microbiology related. But I have these like magnets that I put up here of different bacterias. That's a virus, so it's bacteriophage. But yeah, so back here I have a book on the human body, and this was just like a book that me and my dad would like to read when I was little, if that tells you anything about my childhood. We liked science and everything, so we would just kind of read out of it and stuff, and I'd like looking at all the pictures and things, and funnily enough, I hate the human body now, but anyway. I have Katherine Johnson as a Barbie doll because why not? I have a couple more magnets. I have this like planter thing that I haven't done yet, but then I just have like a dino book because I love dinos. Science class you wish you had. I had this like a long time, like for a long time, and I'd really like to read it to like see how far I've come, because I remember like when I read this in like high school, I was like, this is amazing, this is all like so complex, and then now that I'm like thinking about it, I'm like, it's probably really not as complex, you know, as I thought. But anyway, I haven't read In Search of Mycotopia, which this is all about like fungi and kind of like their applications and stuff that can be used by us. How to Win Friends and Influence People. My brother got me this. I haven't read it either. Disease, The Extraordinary Stories Behind History's Deadliest Killers. I've read like little bits of this, but not all of it completely. I haven't read The Coming Plague, which I feel like I should. It's super old though, but I think it'd be really fun to like read it and kind of see, like, I think this was written in the 1960s maybe, or 70s. So it'd be cool to like read this, you know, like pre-COVID and stuff, see if there's anything about SARS in there, because that's also before the first SARS stuff in like, what was that, 2003, 2004. I have this little owl. He's kind of chipped, but he stays there. Another one of these flowers. And then I have Women in Science, which is this really cool book that like takes you through a lot of important women in science, and it has these beautiful illustrations, and it like picks like someone, you know, it'll pick like a scientist and give you like a little bit about her. So yeah, I love this. Barbara McClintock, didn't she do like transposons or something? I don't even remember. I think so. But yeah, and then we have more science books. We have Superbugs. We have Superbugs, which is about antimicrobial resistance. We have Survival of the Sickest, which I've tried to read so many times, but I just don't like it. So I definitely should donate it or something. We have Richard Preston. I really loved The Hot Zone, and I think it's a great book to like get into science. Now that I look back at it, it's not very like accurate, but I really loved it. And then I was really excited to read The Demon in the Freezer, and I didn't like it as much. So yeah, but he takes you through the account of Ebola in the hot zone. And then The Demon in the Freezer is like smallpox and anthrax. I don't know, he just could not like pick a focus in this book. But anyway, we have Virus Hunter, which I haven't read, which I really should. So I'm excited to read that one. I also have Virus Sphere, which is
from common colds to Ebola epidemics, why we need the viruses that plague us. So I think that will be really interesting. We have Hidden Figures, and then we have Spillover, which I think is my favorite science book of all time. I loved this. So yeah, I don't know, if you want to like give a science book a try and like you're ambitious, I think Spillover is great. There's a lot of science in it, but it's very well researched. I don't know if it would be like the best thing if if like you've never read a science book before, but if you want to give it a try, I definitely recommend it. It's very good. Yeah, I think definitely one that I'm really excited to read would be probably like Virus Hunter, Virus Sphere, like The Coming Plague. Oh my god, I need to read this. Okay, that one I'm most excited about. And then a fave, like I said, is Spillover. Also Women in Science, I love this one. I love these illustrations. I think it's wonderful. I was gonna like display Spillover, but I was like, oh, look at this. This is like meant to be shown, you know? Anyway, last but not least, we have my bottom shelf, which is honestly just like miscellaneous books that I didn't really know where else to put. So, I also have my like frother thing and like a little jack-o'-lantern guy. But we have some of my mystery, which is just Misery and The Killing Hour. We have Stephanie Meyer's The Chemist, which is actually really good. I feel like nobody talks about that one. Oh, another mystery, On Skein of Death, which I really enjoyed. It's some knitting murder mystery. And then we have some historical fiction and like historical romances, which surprisingly I have quite a bit of for not liking the genre. But I have A Lady for a Duke, which I really loved. The Winter Soldier, which I need to donate because I didn't like it. Too sad. Song of Achilles. We have The Duke Heist, which I actually really liked. I really want to read The Perks of a Wallflower, which is the next book in the series. We have this... We have Highland Wolf, which I think is so funny. It was really bad, but I just think it's so funny, so I keep it. Oh, and everything's falling. Sorry, y'all. And then we also had The Lady's Guide to Celestial Mechanics, which I really liked as well. So, yeah. I don't know. I think these are fun books to read if, like, you need to get out of a reading slump. So, I really like those. Of course, I have Bucky and Cap. I also have this book called Spineless, which... it's just like a little middle grade, so like this kind of starts my middle grade section, but I really liked it. It was super cute. I have talked about it in like a book wrap up, so I'll link that up above if you would like to check it out. And then I have my really old Kindle from 2007 in here. Surprisingly, it still works. Needs to be charged like all the time though. And then I have Beyonders by Brandon Mole. I don't know, I had mixed feelings about this, but I'm like kind of curious to know what happens, you know, because the end kind of leaves off on a cliffhanger a bit, so maybe I'll check out the rest of these from the library. And then we have the Accidental Hero series, which is basically it's basically Harry Potter but like superheroes, and I really love it. So it's always a good book, like a good series to get me back into reading, so I love those. And then I have this bowl with like a shawl that I knitted, and I have my 2 library books right now that I checked out, which I just now realized I think they are late, so I need to check them out for the library. Oh gosh. But I have How to Excavate a Heart, which I'm really excited to read about. I'm just keeping it for Christmas. And I have this book on koala bears that I really want to read as well. So yeah, koala bears are my favorite animal. So yeah, oh, and I also have these 2 books, which are just knitting books that I've just put in my little knitting box. And then last but not least, I have these 2 books. We have the Atlas 6, which I was reading. I've stopped, though. I have read it before, but I wanted to reread it. And then we have Midnight Sun, which my mom is reading, and she let me borrow the book because we're in a little book club, so we're going to read it together. So yeah. But yeah, that is my bookshelf. Yay!
So yes, that is my bookshelf. I hope you guys enjoyed. I really love all my books and everything on there, and I feel so grateful that I now have like all this space for books and like all my books displayed and everything. And oh, I love it so much. It makes me so happy to have like just all of this, so I'm very grateful. Now my tea is the perfect temperature, and I'm hot because I turned off my fan, and I live in Texas, and I'm wearing this. By the way, this is from Target. It was $35, and it's the softest thing I've ever worn in my entire life, and it's so warm. So if you're willing to spend $35, check it out. They have a white one and a red one for the holidays. So yes. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to turn on my fan now and get back to doing some homework. I have a couple things I need to do. Flashcards I need to make. Yeah, anyway. By the way, thank you guys so much for being patient with my last video. I know I haven't uploaded in quite some time. I really hate making vlogs. I like making them. I hate editing them. I find it really hard to like get over that hurdle of like editing them because I end up with like so many hours of footage of just me talking about nothing. So I think I'll probably won't do vlogs anymore because I don't know, maybe I'll do one every now and then, but like I'm not gonna make it a consistent thing. But yeah, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my last video. And yeah, I'm gonna be doing some knitting content soon, which I'm so excited about. I love to knit. For the most part, with me like transitioning this channel into like my hobbies, I have done books, but I love to knit, and I will be posting my first knitting video at the end of the month, so I'm really excited. But yes, yeah, so I think that's everything. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!